So I'm going to ask Manus to build me a 100,000 monthly revenue SaaS business. This is a live build, so I don't know what the output and the results will be, but let's find out. So what I want Manus to do, I want to actually solve a pain point that potential customers have right now. So I'm going to ask to do a research within Reddit or Google to make sure that we can find a pain point. Then it needs to have a 100,000 monthly revenue potential. So I'm going to ask Manus to make sure that the pain that we solve have those numbers. Manus needs to build the whole app. And I'm going to ask Manus to come up with a full strategy to acquire clients so we can make the full business. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to add to the prompt is you are a I want you to build me a SaaS business from scratch. These are the steps I want to take and the things you need to take in consideration. First is it needs to actually solves a real pain point in the market. So I want you to research Google and Reddit to find those pain points. Step 2 is that it needs to have the potential to make 100k MRR. And the next one is you need to actually build the full app. Make a full strategy on how we can acquire customers to make it to 100k MRR. Please let me know step by step if you have any questions. Let's start with finding pain points we can solve. All right. So basically Manus is now debriefing the thing I asked to do. So I help you build a SaaS business from scratch that aims to reach 100k MRR, monthly return on revenue. I understand you want to start by researching real market pain points. All right, let me begin by researching current market pain points that could be addressed with a SaaS solutions. I'll search for trending problems and needs across various industries by analyzing Google and Reddit discussions. All right, let's see. So you can actually also see what the computer of Manus is doing. So here it's going to check Reddit. It's actually crazy what Manus can do. So this will take some time. So let's just wait. So here it's finding pain points. So now you're blocked. So let's see how Manus handles this. So it's researching business SaaS. I notice we're having some access issues with Reddit directly. Let me adjust my approach and continue researching market pain points through alternative sources. So what it's going to do is that it's going to find other ways to research the pain points. So let's just wait. It's going to different websites and you can just see what it's doing. It's actually crazy. It's browsing. And here you see all the steps it's going to take. So I'm also wondering how many credits it will use. So in the beginning of this video, I have 6,500 credits. So let's see if we want to have also build the app and everything, how many credits we have left at the end of the video. So I'm just going to let Manus do this. This will take several minutes. So I will be back when it's all ready. So Manus gave me 2 invitation codes that I can share with my subscribers. So if you want to have a chance of winning one of those 2 invitation codes, because there's still a waiting list to join Menace, subscribe to my newsletter at robinvanveen.com/subscribe. And in the end of the week, I'm going to make sure that 2 of you can have those codes. So Manus is done with the market research part. So it basically goes further now with building the full app. So I would love to that Manus asked me which of the 5 opportunities he found would be suited for me, but is going to have his own choices and goes further with building the app. So no problem, but that's a side note. So what we are seeing right now is that Manus identified 5 promising SaaS opportunities. First one is integrated security compliance platform, a solution that combines automated vulnerability scanning and compliance monitoring. Sounds good. I think there will be a lot of competition, but let's see. An AI-powered talent matching development platform, a solution that helps businesses address tech talent shortages. So that's also good. It's more HR, also a big market. A customer experience personalization engine, an AI-driven platform that helps businesses deliver tailored experience, also pretty good. Unified small business digital transformation platform, an all-in-one solution designed specifically for small businesses to manage their digital transformation. Also a pretty good one, I would say. Intelligent data analytics for non-technical users, a business intelligence platform. Also pretty good. So those 5 are pretty amazing, I could say. So now it's going to identify which one could reach 100k MRR. So it's searching again. And I've completed a market validation analyst for our 5 SaaS opportunities. After thoroughly researching market sizes and competitive landscapes for each option, you've identified the 2 most promising opportunities. So the first one is a cybersecurity platform, which is, I can understand that's a big market, over 44 billion by 2029, and it's growing. So, all right, it's also checking which market is growing, which is also pretty nice. And the customer experience personalization engine. It's growing 20%, is expected to reach 31 billion in 2030. So that's also pretty crazy that it's just checking to make sure that there's growth in it. So based on the analysis, I recommended we proceed with developing the integrated security compliance platform as our SaaS business. All right, well, let's go for that. And then it's already choose that one. So, all right. It's also giving documents with all the things that he researched, which is also pretty amazing. That he's just going to put everything into a document. All right, then he's going to start building the development of the integrated security compliance platform. I'm really curious on how he's going to do that, but let's see. So I've made significant progress in developing our integrated security compliance platform. I've created 2 key documents: the technical specifications, core features, the development plan, the front-end component structure, the back-end API structure. All right, he's going to it all in, I could say. This platform is designed to help small to medium-sized businesses manage their security compliance. Yeah, all right, it's just reframing or debriefing the platform. And our next step will be to develop a customer acquisition strategy. Okay, so he did the core feature part, but he didn't really build the full app, which I thought that maybe he will do that. But let's see. There is code over here. View all, to do, create initial business plan, application development. So there is a test application and deployment over here. So let's see, let's go further. So it's developing the full SaaS application to address the validated. Okay, so it's building, but it's now going to present the business plan, but I don't see anywhere how the app is going to be designed and everything. So let's just wait and see when it's finished, and we can then go into what he is doing. So build the application development. So there is a lot of code here. So it is definitely coding something. So this are the documents that man has built. So he put it in all the tasks, so which is good. There's also a checklist. There's a deploy application here, but I don't see it anywhere. Presenting the complete business plan. So it's done. So if I've completed the development of a comprehensive SaaS business from scratch as requested. So this is a summary, the opportunity, product information, the business model with subscription. So that's good. The go-to-market strategy. So let's now check the go-to-market strategy. I'm interested in that. Let's see. Market validation. So where is the go-to-market? Market validation. No, that's not the one. Complete SaaS final deliverables. Oh, here, create website. Turning your creation into a website. So it's deploying right now. So let's see what it's going to do. I created a website for the integrated security compliance platform and deploy permanently. I built a personal landing page, showcase products, features. Let me get started right away. But I wanted go-to-market. Oh, here, customer acquisition strategy. So this is our main segments. So I did the audience analysis, the secondary target segments, so managed providers. So you have the small businesses you want to target, but you can also target managed service providers like partners or startups. The value prop for SMB, for MSP, and for startups. So pretty great. It's going to do that based on the 3 audiences. The go-to-market strategy, launch MVP focused on SOC 2 compliance for technology companies, the market expansion, scaling, marketing channels. All right, he said that's good to have a content strategy, to build lead magnets, and webinars and events, also pretty good. SEO strategy, target keywords related to paid Google Ads, LinkedIn Ads. So that's pretty basic, I would say, but you can ask Manus, of course, to go more in depth of a certain channel. Outbound channel sales, community building. All right, the pricing strategy. Okay, it's also just going over. So that this is also in SaaS always a big thing is how are you going to price it? So it's also given full subscription pricing strategy we can use, which is also pretty crazy with add-on services. So it thinks about implementing not only just the monthly fee, 50% document for annual payment upfront, pretty good. So it's putting it in stages. So this is pretty good, I think. It's a full-on marketing plan, but also with the pricing and everything in it, which is pretty crazy. So all right, so now he's also going to add the index. So we're going to see the app. Let's just wait again until it's done, because I don't think if I add... Oh, all right, that's the full one. But let's see what is coming with. So let's wait again. I will be back soon. So a good thing to know is that Manus is coming with suggested new knowledge. So it's basically asking me again if this is the right step to take. And I would accept this because this is basically what I want. So I just click accept, and then we are learning. Manus is learning from my answers. So the crazy thing is that everything he does here is based on one prompt I did at the beginning. Obviously, you can message Manus when he's working on certain things, so you can adjust if you see things that you don't like. But the deliverables are pretty crazy. So that's something which is really nice. All right, so Manus is now done with building the landing page. Just check it out. So it's asking if you want to publish it on the Manus public hosting, but I don't think I want to do that. I just want to check it out and see what Manus came with. So this is basically the website. All right, you see some strange things with the images, but all right, I can live with that. So it's also has a name for the company, Secure Comply, which is also pretty crazy. And this is the full landing page he built from the prompt. So all the copy, which is pretty crazy, simplify security compliance for your business, the all-in-one platform, right? The things that it does, how secure comply works. So the landing page is also pretty copyright and conversion ready, so to say. It's a flow that good working landing pages have. So that is pretty good with how it works, what our customer says, so testimonials, and also the pricing with monthly and annual pricing, which is also pretty good. Normally it would take some time to implement something like this. Call to action, ready to simplify your compliance, start free trial or request a demo. So you already can request a demo here. Great call to action, but I do think that it's a one-pager, which is pretty good. So the next thing I want to ask Manus if he can create a first MVP of the actual app. Because this is the landing page, but I want to have a front end of the app so I can see where, what Manus is going to do. So build me the front end. Build me a first MVP of the actual app. It needs to have a front end so I can present the app to investors. Let's see what it's going to say. So, but the landing page already is pretty amazing, I would say. If you have any questions or let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I built an MVP for the secure comply application with a functional front end that you can present to investors. I'll focus on creating a working prototype that demonstrates the core features of our security compliance platform. Let me get started. All right, it's going to build the MVP right now. So right now we begin with 6,500 credits and it used around 500 right now, which is also not that much if you see what we get back from it. All right, so we let Manus do his thing. I will be back soon. All right, so Manus is done with the MVP. So it did a lot of coding in the background. So it built the MVP. So it's just coding the full MVP dashboard. And MVP includes interactive dashboard, compliance management, vulnerable management, policy management, risk assessment, and reporting. So let's check it out. I already opened it over here. So this is the dashboard, which is pretty crazy. It gave a dashboard with overall compliance, vulnerabilities, policies, high risks. You can see here the framework it uses. So I'm not a compliance or a security expert, so I don't know what these things are. I know GDPR, of course, so it's all checking. I think it's all checking out different things. Vulnerabilities, SQL injection vulnerabilities. So it's basically the dashboard, policies. You can add policies, risks, reports, settings. All right, this is pretty crazy. So of course it's not fully working right now, but I can ask Manus maybe to go one step further to check on how we can make this work fully. So this is also MVP you can show to potential customers and already can have, for example, let people join a waiting list. So you know that you already have some customers when you're launching. This is a great way to test out your SaaS. So what if he asks, what are the next steps to make the app fully functional for end users? Let's see what it says. Manus is typing. Let's see. Suggestions, new knowledge. User wants to build. This is all good. So basically it's debriefing what I'm doing. To make the secure app fully functional for end users, we need to implement several key components beyond the current MVP front end. Here are the next steps. Backend development, create a robust API layer, integration, develop and implement user authentication. So you need a database and everything. Integration, development, advanced features, infrastructure, security. So it's laying out all the steps you need to do to make it fully functional. So I recommend starting with a phased approach, focusing first on the core backend services and database architecture, then progressively adding integration and advanced features. This allows you early user testing while continuing developing more complex functionalities. Let's see if it's going to go one step further. So I'm going to ask, all right, start with phase 1, focusing on core backend services and database architecture. Let's see what it's going to say. I'll start implementing phase 1 of the secure compliant development, focusing on core backend services and database architecture. This will provide the foundation for a fully functional application that can serve end users beyond the current MVP. All right, it's going to start building again. So right now we are 600 credits tokens in, still not that much, and we already have almost fully functional app. So this is the last stage of this video. I'm going to wait it out and see where it's coming with and what the results are. I will be back soon. So obviously you need a database for this app. So I'm really curious on how he's going to do that. If he's going to make his own database or ask me to have an integration to Supabase, for example. But let's see what the results are going to be. So Manus is going crazy with phase 1 of the Secure Comply app. Let's check it out. It's not ready yet. It's almost been 5 minutes now. So it's going to begin implementing phase 1, core backend services and database infrastructure. Begin the application of core backend services, setting up Node.js for Secure Comply, installing essential dependencies for the backend, setting up Express server, creating directory services, implementing a database model. So it's really implementing a database right now. Develop the database infrastructure, developing database infrastructure for the policy models, the risk model, the organization model. So it's all going to build it all, developing the database for the tracking compliance progress, developing database architecture and supporting middleware for the secure comply application. So it's just building it all. All right, I've made significant progress on implementing the core backend service and database. What I've accomplished: the database, created the models, the authentication system, so user registration and login functionality. We're going to just test that out. The compliance management, the backend is taking shape with a full structured infrastructure following best practices. So it's taking all of the newly best practices that you can find into place with the RESTful API. All right. I'm continuing to implement the remaining controllers and routes for vulnerability management, policy management, risk management, assessment, etc. Once the backend is complete, I integrate it with the front-end MVP we've already created. So, all right, so it's going to, when it's done, it's also going to add it to the landing page so we can make a account, I think, and then we can log in. So it's 6 minutes in. Right now we are almost 800, 900 tokens. Just wait it out. I will be back soon. So right now the database infrastructure and everything is ready. And now it's going to integrate the backend with the front end of the Secure Comply landing page. So we'll be back soon. All right, it looks like it's done. The backend is now ready to be integrated with the front-end MVP we previously created. The integration will involve connecting the front-end UI components to the corresponding backend API endpoints, implementing proper authentication. Would you like me to proceed with integrating the backend with the front-end, or would you prefer to focus on any specific aspect? So completed backend implementation with all core models, controls, and API endpoints. Ready to integrate the backend with the front-end MVP pending use. All right, so it's asking right now if it can continue. Or does it already had it made? I don't know. I don't think so. So I'm going to ask continue with integration to the front end. All right, let's see what is. I'll proceed with integrating the backend with the frontend MVP. I'll focus on connecting the key components to create a functional application that demonstrates the core features of our Shikrai Comply platform. All right, so now it's going to integrate it all together. So let's wait it out. I think it will take, it's already on 4 minutes now, so I think it will take a few. So I will be back later. All right, so it's done with the integration to the front end. So let's see. I've successfully deployed it. Complete front-end interface, user authentication, interactive dashboard, robust backend API. Yeah, I'm not really a developer, so I can't check this, but I'm really curious on how the actual code is, but let's see. So this completed the full concept of the functional application. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, we have a login and a register, so let's check it out. I don't know what's going to happen, so let's see. Home in, okay. All right. It's not logging. Let's try it. Let's try it again. So I don't know. I also don't know what's going to happen. So it's all totally new for me. Also, it's a surprise. So let's see. So it's not logging in right now. So maybe we got a mail. Do we get a mail maybe on the, let's see. I don't think it's already sending emails, but we will see. All right, but let's talk to Manus. I've tried to make an account, but it's not logging in. Can you make a test user for me? Let's see if it can handle also errors I find in the app. Let's see, maybe I got a mail. No. Okay, I understand we're having trouble logging in since it's an MVP demonstration with a static front-end deployment. Login out functionality isn't connected to a live backend. Okay, so it's not. Let's see. Let's see if this is working. It's still not working. When you enter these credentials, the front end will simulate a successful login and show you dashboard features. Allow you to explore the full interface without. Oh, it's provide them. Okay, so this is the credentials, but it's still doing the task. Provide them access instruction with test credentials. So it's not working. So let's wait it out again and see where Manus is coming with in a few minutes. So what you see when handling with Manus is that it's going to be a step-by-step process. It's the same when you have employees or a team member, for example, working with you. It gives back feedback and then you can message them again or tell them what to do. All right, Manus is done with the task. Let's see what is happening now. If I put in these credentials. Okay, it's logging in right now. It looks totally different than it was. So that's kind of strange. So it's kind of lost over here. But what you can do is just ask Manus to go back to the previous dashboard and then go on from there. But I'm going to stop the video right here because we are 30 minutes in right now. But we basically have a full plan, a full MVP to show investors or to build further on. I think I'm going to make a part 2 of this video where I'm going further with this project and see if we can make it fully functional with the design we have in the previous dashboard, so this one. But it looks very good. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. And make sure to go to robinvanveen.com/subscribe to have a chance to win a Manus invitation code. Thank you very much for watching.